See, I thought he was different. He's just like all the rest. He's just like all the rest. He's just like all the rest. He called me, he said, we have to be out by the end of June. The landlord says you gave him an attitude. I gave him an attitude. He comes over pretending that he doesn't even know who I am. Of course I'm going to give him an attitude. I live here. I live here, you fucking asshole! I'm not his guest. I'm not his girlfriend. I live here. Oh my God, this is a fucking nightmare. This is a fucking nightmare. Of course I'm gonna give him an attitude when you're telling me that he's trying to throw me out. I'm your fucking roommate. I can't remember Cheryl's numbers. I'm so upset. Yeah, may I speak with Cheryl, please? It's Laura, and it's an emergency. Cheryl, the landlord here is trying to pretend that I don't live here, like he can just throw me out anytime he wants to. No! The landlord! Tell me what to do in this situation. You know that this guy responded to my ad. I have proof that I paid rent, but, you know, my roommate, the landlord is saying, well, he's pretending, he lives right next door, he's pretending he didn't even know I lived here. Tell me, what are my legal rights, Cheryl, please? My roommate, listen to me, my roommate responded to my ad, okay? I have all that proof, okay? What I really need to make sure is this asshole can't just call the police and throw me out. He thinks he can. He just came over and intimidated me. My roommate, you know that I loved my roommate, and I just talked to him like, he's like all the rest, Cheryl. He's going to back down and say, he says that you gave him an attitude, and because we have a legal right to be here until the end of June, okay? I can't, this is a nightmare. He is Yeah, he's telling me you can call the police right now. He's like, who are you? He knows who I am. He's pretending he didn't. Oh, I thought you were just a niece or something of Bobby's. He's full of shit. He's lying through his teeth. He's telling me he's going to call the police. No. Yeah, and he pays $1,600 fucking dollars a month, too. Okay, what's Massachusetts law? Is he allowed to have a roommate? The landlord says no, that he didn't have permission. And he's coming over here and bullying me, the landlord and his wife. I need to know, what are my rights, Cheryl? What do I do? I can't take this. I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. He's trying to pretend I don't live here, that I'm just like a guest that he could just throw out. He thinks he can. But what if he calls the police? How do you know? No. But he can say I'm not supposed to be here. The fact is, my roommate is catering to him. My roommate is catering to him. He says you gave him an attitude. We have to be out of here by the end of the month. This is such a fucking bullshit. This is the deal, okay? My roommate was telling me that he believes that a couple weeks or so ago, that his landlord probably wanted him out of here to get family members in here or something, right? That he was complaining. Oh, by the way, you know what they do? Do you know what they do? The house went down to 58 degrees. It was set to 58 degrees, right? Because they call up and bitch that the furnace turned on. That's illegal too. Joe's like, you can sue them. You can have them arrested. They're like Nazis. They're like Big Brother. The house was 58 degrees, okay? And they call up, why'd the furnace turn on? Why'd the furnace turn on? And Joe sent me a thing that legally you're entitled to have it, and all the way up until June 15th, 68 degrees in the house during the day and 64 degrees at night. And that's the law in Massachusetts. And they call up and bitch because it was 58 degrees in this house. It was set to 58. And the only reason it was set to 58 is because he told me they had bitched before. That's illegal, right? But they're trying to pretend that I don't even live here, and he's going along with it. That's what's it. Yeah. No, he can go live with his fucking girlfriend. You understand what I'm dealing with here? What are my legal rights? I'm basically the roommate of a tenant at will. He's a tenant at will. He doesn't have a lease. I didn't do anything wrong, Cheryl. If someone responds to my ad looking for a roommate, people People get roommates all the time who have landlords. I pay my rent to him, and he pays the rent to the landlord. It happens all the time. This landlord's trying to pretend that, and then my roommate just called me, and he's like, what did you do? He said you gave him an attitude. He wants you out right now. Yeah, I gave him an attitude because he came over here acting like I don't live here, like he doesn't know. Who are you? You have a dog? You're not supposed to have a dog. He's not even supposed to have a roommate. That's why I want to know. Massachusetts laws. You can have a roommate? Do you have to get the landlord's permission? He's had the fucking dog here for 5 years. He had other dogs here. He had a roommate. The landlord's full of shit, Cheryl. The landlord's pretending. That's what he's doing. This is what happened, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Omar had problems with his dog, okay? So I decided, plus when my roommate was telling me, he was telling me, I think maybe they want me to get out of it. I'm like, well, why don't they just be upfront and give you notice and say, right? So I told my roommate that his dog was like vicious with my dog, and I'm like, you know what, I really can't stay here, So he did the right thing. He calls up his landlord and says, that we're giving you notice, and legally, because it's the middle of the month, we already paid this month's rent, it would be to the end of June, right? That's legal in Massachusetts, right? Okay? The landlord goes, can you make it sooner? Okay? And then he goes, you're not supposed to have a roommate. I could just throw her out right now if I wanted to. You get it? What's going on here? And he's trying to pretend he didn't even know who I was. None of this is my fault, But my roommate apparently has things with him or owes him money. He's like, he's catering to them. Why should he care? He can go live with his girlfriend. As far as I know, yeah, but this is a big man and he uses intimidation tactics. He came over here with his wife. He's pretending, who are you? Why are you here? You have a dog? You're not supposed to have a dog. See, he's pretending. He just came over right now and said I could call the cops on you. And instead of backing me up, my roommate is cowering and saying, you need to be out of there. Yeah, they're not supposed to be able to make me go out in a few days either. The end of the month is in a few days. No. That's why I need to know. Neither does he. He doesn't have a signed lease with this guy either. No. It's a tenant at will. The landlord's like, why weren't you paying me the rent? This happens all the fucking time. You know what I mean? I have proof that I paid him rent, and But is it? No, but I thought Massachusetts has some of the strongest pro-tenant laws. He's trying to pretend I'm just a guest, that he didn't know I was here. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah, he's betraying me. So what is my recourse, Cheryl? What was my recourse? Thank you for talking to me, too. I would have lost my mind. Who am I supposed to turn to, And I'm disabled, Cheryl. I can't deal with this shit. I didn't do anything. Oh, legally, the landlord is required to give us to the end of June. And even if my roommate was an asshole and moves out, he has to officially evict me. I live here. I'm not his girlfriend. I'm not his guest. I live here. And the landlord's like, well, do you have any proof of that? And my roommate's turning around and you gave him an attitude. We have to be out. He wants you out of there. You see what he's doing? He's throwing his weight around and acting like I didn't know. But what if he just tells the police that I'm just a trespasser? Joe told me if that happens and the police whatever and they listen, I can sue everybody. But in the meantime, I'll be traumatized. You understand? I can't deal with this, Cheryl. I didn't do anything wrong. And he's the type, he'll use intimidation, I'm telling you. I've heard horror stories on the internet. They say people can get locked, but you sue them. You sue their asses off after the fact if they try to lock you out or whatever. I also have proof that he responded to my Craigslist ad. And I could sue all of them, right? If they try anything. Because my roommate's betraying me. He told me he was going to stand up to the landlord, even in regards to the goddamn heat thing, you know? The landlord's a bully. He's a bully. They're Nazis. It was 58 degrees in this fucking house. We had those cold days, remember? When it was like 50, it was really cold out? And the landlord's trying to say, oh no, it was 70 out there. No, it wasn't. It was freezing. But they have a wood-burning stove, so why should they care? They're toasty warm, you know? That's illegal, too. But I don't know what is the situation. I don't have anything. He asked me, do you have anything written with him? No, but I have proof he responded to my ad for a roommate, tons of proof, and I have witnesses, and I have proof that I've paid him every month. Yeah. Money order stubs for $600. What, to show the police if he thinks he's just going to call the police on me? As far as I know, they can't. Because I can't believe this, Cheryl. What more am I going to have to go through? I didn't do anything and I'm disabled. You know what I mean? And I live here. The landlord's like, well, you weren't paying me. That happens all the time, though. And people get roommates all the time. He paid $1,600 a month. Who can afford that? You'd think they'd just be happy with that. Instead, they bitch about the goddamn heat turning on when it's freezing outside. You know, but it's not winter anymore, according to that. You know, it's ridiculous. I'm just saying, Cheryl, people have roommates all the time. I know. Yeah, because my roommate was supposed to be on my side, and now he's backing down. He's catering to their fucking assholes. But I thought he was a real nice guy. And everyone betrays me. Everyone betrays me. I am, but I'm not gonna be. You know, I am disabled. I have a dog. Those are stigmas. It's not easy. See, you say that. This landlord thinks otherwise. He thinks he can just call the police. I mean, he said it to my roommate. He said, I could just throw her out right now if I wanted to. He thinks he can, though. Of course I'm trying to get out of here. But I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna go out on the street because he wants me out of here by the end of the month. I live here. Yeah. No, but it doesn't matter legally. That you have the right to have the 30 days, and it doesn't count this month. He's just being an asshole. Wants us out of here by the end of the month when we said the end of June because that's what you normally would do. I did say to him that. And I didn't yell, but I had an attitude with him because he threatened to throw me out. He's like, oh, you're a feisty one, aren't you? He's used to getting his way. He's intimidating. He's big and he, you know. My roommate already told him all that. Believe me, I want to be out of here by the end of the month if I can, but he can't legally, you know, throw me out. As far as I know, I've been talking to online lawyers. I've been talking to my friends. I asked out on Yahoo Answers. No, he was. And now he was, but now he just called me. He's like, we need to be out of here by the end of the month. Joe says you gave him an attitude. You believe that? He was supporting me, and now he's not because I gave the landlord an attitude. He started off giving me an attitude. He comes to the door, who are you? Who are you? He knows damn well who I am. When I first moved in, shortly after, he introduced him, I guess you're you know, so-and-so's roommate, and I'm the landlord if you need anything. Now he's pretending. He's trying to pretend. He's lived next door. It's not like he lives in Timbuktu and my roommate snuck me in here, you know? He lives right the fuck next door. He knows that I live here. He's trying to pretend he didn't. See what he's doing? Of course I'm going to give someone like that an attitude. When he's trying to pretend he doesn't know who I am. He is a jerk. But my roommate had told me he's a cool guy and whatever. You know? This situation happens all the time. He says that that my roommate never got permission to have me here. That's what I mean. That's why I need to know my legal rights. I need your help. I don't, you know? But I just got mad at my roommate because he's like, you gave him an attitude, like he's king. Do you know how many people there are like this in the world? Just the fact that they call up when the goddamn furnace goes to, you know, it was set to 58 degrees. That's against the law too. You know what I mean? And Joe was appalled at that. He's like, they're getting $1,600 a month and they're going to bitch about the goddamn stupid furnace turn on when they're toasty warm with their stupid wood-burning stove, you know? We're not supposed to have to freeze either. I don't know. He lives out of state. My friends, and then I talk to online lawyers, but it doesn't matter because, you know what I mean? I know. I would think I have the same rights as the person who lives here too. But I need proof. You understand? What do I do? Do I go to the court? And explain the situation and see what my rights are? That's the thing, you look it up and read it online and it's overwhelming. Well, this is a situation where he's a tenant at will. He doesn't have a lease, understand? He doesn't have a lease. And the landlord's like, do you have a lease with him or a written agreement with him? No, but I have proof that I paid him for rent. And I also have proof that he responded to my ad. I know. And it's not 30 days from in any case, but he didn't even want to give 30 days. He wants to give less than 2 weeks. He said, can you sleep right now? I mean, he said, can you make it soon? He wants us out of there by the end of the month. And that was only, the month's only 30 days. This was a couple days ago, so it's only like 2 weeks. Yeah, but now my roommate agreed with me that he can't have what he wants, that he can't just throw us out, that we have to the end of June, and now he's changing his tune. You see, now he's turning against me. I mean, the end of May. Of course it's not okay. But he thinks he can just call the police and have me thrown out as a trespasser. That's what I mean. Yeah. You say that, Joe says that, my online friends say that, even the lawyers have said that, but I am still scared. Do you think they'll give me anything at the courthouse? He's harassing me. That's harassment. That's what he's doing. He'll probably, you know what I mean? And the sad thing is, because now I don't give a fuck. The sad thing is that I was gonna, I told my roommate, you need to put your foot down with your landlord, that we have till the end of June, and we technically, we don't have to, this happens all the time where they have to officially evict you and you don't even have to pay the rent. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that because to my roommate, and now he's turning against me. Fuck it. You know? Seriously. Because I want to get the fuck out of here. I was going to pay June's rent, and now I'm not. Fuck it. No, but they still have to go through the court. They can't just call the police. That's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I was going to do the right thing. And now, look what happens. He comes over and he's harassing me, and now my roommate's changing his tune, and you gave him an attitude. Yeah, because he's pretending he doesn't know who I am. That's why I gave him an attitude. What am I going to do? Be all docile and nice and kind when I know you threatened to throw me out? You know? He's a bully. Just the fact that they eagle eye watches for the heat, the 50, you know what I mean? And the furnace to turn on. Even if I was going to stay here, I would have been upset with that and be telling my roommate to say something. He doesn't want to say anything to them. I think he owes them money or something, and then whatever. But and his ex-wife. But that's nothing to do with me. I didn't do anything. You understand? I didn't do anything. Yeah. I have to find my stubs. I have to print out my stuff and... Okay. God, I can never... I want to be out of here, but I'm not going to be like that I have to be out of here when I have a legal right to stay to the end of June. I know. I can't believe my roommate is doing this to me. Of course it is. Everyone always fucks me over if they cares, you know. Just like my show's a friend thought she cared. But I don't care if he owes them money. He can stand up to them and legally say, she's my roommate, we have the right to be here to the end of June, and instead he's backing down. You see? He's telling me we have to get you out of here. He wants you out of here. Like he's a king. You get it? You get it? Of course that's hurting me the most. I called him up, I said, I thought you were a good guy, but you're just like all the rest. He didn't say anything. He's just backing down to them, you know. He's like, they say they're going to take me to court. But I'm like, looking online, I believe in Massachusetts you're actually, I was reading, you're allowed to have a roommate. No, he says that they're going to bring him to court. That's why he's catering to them, that he wants me out of here. See? Yeah. 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 I don't know the damn courthouse is around here. Of course. Okay, but I can tell what kind of guy he is. He's lying through his teeth. Just like, I just tell you real quickly, you know the thing with the 58, we had cold days here in Massachusetts. You know that. It was like 4 days in a row, it's really cold, right? And he's lying through his teeth. That Saturday that my roommate called him, that was brought up about that, because he talked back to the wife, you know, look, it's set to 58 degrees. It turned on because it was 58 degrees in here. We're entitled to have it bigger than, you know what I mean? He tried to say, no, it wasn't. It was 70 degrees outside that day. That's lying, too. See, he lies through his teeth. He's a bully. He's the type who will engage in harassment. So I need to know what my recourse is if he does that. If he tries to harass me or any of his family members try to harass me. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything wrong. Alright, thank you so much for talking to me. Alright? Oh, definitely. Oh, did you hear the latest? My mom's not going into the respite. She says that that's a hospital. But that's not a respite, is it? Oh, how come she doesn't know that? She went yesterday, but she says she's at a regular hospital, not a respite. Oh. She says she's only going to be there 1 week. I hope they do something with her. It's going to be hard for her being in the hospital all that time and then going back to her own home and whatnot. I'm still worried about that. What? No, I know she likes it there. I'm saying, but she's only going to be there a week. No, she says she's going home after that. I don't think it's good. She said, Marion apparently, but I still think she should have like home, something come into her home. I'm worried about her because it's been months now that she's been in her own home, you know. She said Marion was upset that she wasn't going to the respite. She was going to call, you know. Oh. Maybe. They change all the time. I know, because I really had no reason to call you, and you were so, not off, yeah, I do, but not offhand. Oh, no, I have. I talked to her last night. She likes it there. It's not like a regular hospital. It's kind of different, but it's still a hospital. It's like, yeah. Because she told me. I gave her my phone number. So she called me the second she got there. But she kept going back and forth that she was going to go here and there and where and now and no, so she didn't know, and they changed it at the last minute. And anyway, but whatever they think's best. I mean, that's the important thing, is right. She has my phone number, so. Okay, alright. Alright, bye. I gave him an attitude because I'm being treated like I'm not living here. Of course I'm going to give him an attitude. I didn't yell at him. I gave him an attitude because he's giving me one. You know? He's pretending that I'm not supposed to be here, that I'm not his roommate, that he could just throw me out whenever he wants to. Of course I'm going to give him an attitude. Anybody would. This is insanity. I'm a tenant. I'm not my roommate's girlfriend or family member or anything. And he knew that. He knew. He's pretending he doesn't. He's deceitful. I tell the truth, he's deceitful. See? I know what kind of guy he is. Just like I said, yeah. He's like, and he's like, oh, you're a feisty one, huh? Yeah, because I know what kind of person you are. I know what kind of person your wife is. Calling up and gonna be bitching because the furnace turns on when it's 58 degrees in the house. That's why I'm giving you an attitude, because I know what kind of people you are. I don't even want anything to do with my roommate anymore. And everyone, that's what Cheryl said. I think you're more upset about that than anything. Yep. 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 He came over and was acting like, who are you and whatnot, and he, what's going on? What do you mean what's going on? Well, who are you? Why are you here? You know? I know what kind of people they are. Okay? And that's why I was giving him an attitude. And then I said, what do you mean? We're going to leave, we're going to be out by the end of June. He's like, no, you need to leave. You know what I mean? Of course I'm going to give him an attitude when he's treating me the way he is. My roommate's going to side with them, then it's betrayal. He's not a good person that I thought he was. I have to get my stuff together. Proof. The saddest thing is that asshole knows that my roommate couldn't afford $1,600 a month on his own. He was married before, you know what I mean? He knows he can't afford it. He knows he can't afford it. But my roommate, see, I know in my heart I would win in a court of law. I know they're just talking out of their asses, but I'm still scared. I don't want to even deal with the fucking police, you see? And he's a fucking liar. You understand? If you're dealing with the police and a liar, you're in trouble. I have to go to the court now. I have to take with me my social security that proves that I changed my address, that I live here, my stubs that I've paid my roommate, and printouts that he responded to my ad looking for a roommate. The emails.